Hi everyone, today let's talk about the foundation of the current story of anime Danmachi. I present to you everything that is known of the two most powerful familia in the history of Danmachi as of present. From 1,000 years ago to 15 years before the current time, the Hera Familia was one of the strongest familias in Orario. They held a quite close relationship with Orario's other top faction, the Zeus Familia. As the top familia, it was commonplace for adventurers from other factions to challenge them, and they also had strained relations with several other factions, like the Sobek and Horus Familia, whose warriors they used to fight every night. The Hera Familia had a level 9 adventurer as their captain, and the Zeus Familia had a level 8 as their captain. The author stated that he made Zald and Alfea level 7, whose might was above their level, and who had a chance of defeating their level 8 and level 9 captains, respectively. As powerful as they were, since that much was what he had to do for their faction's first appearance, suggesting some of the rest of members were as powerful as them. Even after Finn and Gareth reached level 5, there was such a big gap in power between them, and they couldn't be classified as the same type of first-class adventurers. After being given information on the statuses of their members, the Loki Familia was stunned to learn Zeus and Hera Familia that they all had exceptional abilities. The Hera Familia also possessed a technique in which the user utilized a strengthening magic or skill on a bladed weapon to create a shockwave slash that can reach a target far away. It was named Afterglow by Leon, who copied it after his multiple clashes with them and is his most powerful move. Leon holds it in such high esteem that he believes he can kill the one-eyed black dragon with it if he manages to master it. And it will soon to be passed to Bel with Leon teaching. The Hera Familia, along with the Zeus Familia, they held the record for being the familia that have reached the deepest in the dungeon. The 59th floor is publicly known as the official record. However, it was the guild that established it as the deepest after the fall of both familias to make reaching it a prestigious feat. In reality, they managed to reach as far as the 71st floor. Unlike other familias which dislike information leaks or even hide information from them, the Hera Familia fully cooperated with the guild due to their relationship with Uranos, though they found it troublesome. They handed over maps of the floors they had reached, information about their members' status and abilities, and how to get development abilities, and even a growth model for statuses. Overall, their contributions became a foundation for what Orario is today. They were wiped out by the one-eyed black dragon 15 years ago. To be specific, their main force was defeated. Whether or not any other members lived to is unknown. But when Zald died during the Great Fued, it was seemingly confirmed all Zeus Familia members have died. Even after all this time, there are no known members of the Zeus or Hera Familia, not counting Zeus and Hera themselves, of course, beyond only 5. Maxim, the captain of the Zeus Familia. The only thing really known about him officially is that he acted as an obstacle for the future generations with the intention of making them stronger. And according to the author, he had a better chance at beating Zald if they ever fought. Zald the Predator. He was a level 7 executive and the one who dealt the killing blow to the behemoth, using his skill Deus Ambrosia, which allowed him to eat its flesh and gain power, at the cost of being poisoned to the degree he could not battle anymore. He died during the Great Fued 7 years ago when he was defeated by Odarl, and his infection finally killed him. Bel Crenel's father, other than the fact he was the weakest amongst the Zeus Familia, as well as being fast, cowardly, perverted, having joined Zeus to peek at girls in the divine bathhouse, and had red eyes just like his son. Nothing else is known about Bel Crenel's father, even his name. Though the name Silver seems to be a fan-accepted name, this is not his real name. He is theorized to be level 4, and the one who defeated a level 3 otter in the episode Freya light novel after insulting her. However, neither of these has been confirmed, though I personally hope the latter is true. Also, he seemed to have not been liked so much, though Zard seemed to have seen him as a little brother of sorts, as shown in the Astrea Record Volume 3 light novel adaptation, and that he had a kind smile. Empress, the level 9 captain of Hera Familia. Nothing is known, though her adventurer name is Empress, and that she was a spitting image of Hera herself. Alfea the Silence. Probably the most busted character in the series. First appearing in the Astrea Record, along with Zard, Alfea was a level 7 executive of the Hera Familia, who was considerably younger than her fellow executives, as well as Bel Crenel's aunt. She had a powerful skill that made her status in limit-off state all the time, and was the one who defeated the Leviathan and held the title of the strongest mage in the world. However, being so overpowered does not come without drawbacks. She was born with an incurable illness that weakened her throughout her life. There was no cure for it, and it worsened when she used her most powerful magic, Genos Angelos, against the Leviathan. She died after she was defeated by the Astria Familia, and Ice and Gareth and Riveria during the Great Feud, when her illness made her weak enough to be defeated. Riveria gained the title of strongest mage from her, by default when she died, since she didn't defeat her herself. Materia, Bel Cranel's mother, who counts as a member since she did have a Falna, though it was only given to her to prolong her life as much as possible, as she too had the same illness as her elder twin sister Alfea. But it was worse. She was very weak and frail, never being able to leave her room. She was kind and everyone loved her, and once made Hera bow to her in fear once. In a canon side story, it seems she does not share the hatred others had for Bel's father. When she died, she gave Bel to Zeus. Why is unknown. My personnel theories say that maybe she did it out of love to Bel's father, but any form of love in general has never been shown or known to exist in canon. Some known informations are, during the wedding dress event, Hermes made a comment detailing how every member of Hera Familia had lovers. Whether this is true or not is unknown at this time. If it were not for her illness, Alfea would have surpassed level 7. A level 3 Oddar once got one shot by one of the weakest members of Zeus Familia, getting his face planted firmly into a stone floor. While not confirmed, fans speculate and theorize that this was Bel's father. The fact both Zard and Alfea were both handicapped in their respective final battles shows that, even in their final moments, Zeus and Hera were still the strongest. Even with Zard poisoned, he would have beaten Ottar. And even with her illness, Alfea needed a magic surprising dress, and to use a skill to make herself weaker, just so anyone who fought her had a slither of a chance. In the same canon side story where Materia was shown to not have the same feelings of hatred and disgust to Bel's father, she and Alfea had one of their many what-if talks, where Materia mentioned if she ever had a kid, boy or girl, she'd name them Bel, as she wanted her child's name to be something that was received from Alfea, in reference to Alfea's magic making a bell-ringing sound.